Hello everyone, welcome to this latest episode of Book Time with Elvis with me, Mark. I hope you're doing well. And I know it's not a Friday, it is a Monday, so I thought I'd bring you a Monday reads of all the books I finished in the past week. I knew I was going to finish them soon, that's why I didn't, release a video on Friday regarding it. So I thought, why not wait and do it today. So I finished 5 books in the last week. The one I finished actually 2 today, which was quite good. And the first one of those was Rosemary's Baby by Ira Levine, and it was very good. I expected it to be scarier. I don't know. It wasn't particularly scary. It was off-putting, of course. If any of you have read it, you'd understand why. I haven't seen the film, so I can't comment really how close the book might be to the film. Excuse me, I've just got to throw an elephant Elvis has given me. Yeah, okay, here you go. Yeah, it was good, but it got me thinking because I read the Stepford Wives at the end of last month, and it's weird. Ira Levine's husband characters, because in the Stepford Wives, the husband gets involved with a secret society that allows his wife to be murdered, and then in this book, the husband basically joins a coven and allows his wife to get raped by the devil. So he's got a downer on husbands, or he had a downer on his wife, and he was acting out secret weird fantasies. I don't know, but it was very strange. But it was a good book. An interesting read. Horror is not my bag normally, but I kind of enjoyed it, and I would definitely read more from the author. I'm quite tempted to read The Omen, which I've got. The film always terrified me, so I'm quite curious to see what the book's like. And the second book I finished today was... oh no, I'm talking absolute nonsense. It wasn't today. Maybe it was yesterday. All the days, I'm on summer holidays now. All the days run into one. Was The Red House Mystery by A. Milne, which was fantastic. Really, really excellent. A fun interwar novel, mystery novel about a murder that takes place in this house. I would say it's not a surprise who the murderer is, but the interest really comes from finding out why it happened. And yeah, it was excellent, and I would recommend that. I read 2 books as well this past week by Earl de Biggers, the author of Charlie Chan books. I mentioned one of them in my Friday freebie and last week, and that was the Agony Column. So I won't talk too much about it because I talked about it in another video. But it was great fun. Really, a really good read, and a very short novella. And I thoroughly recommend it to anyone who enjoys mystery and or romance. The romance element is not a huge part of the story if that puts you off, but it is definitely part of the story. Nonsense, really, what I'm saying, isn't it? The other one was the second Charlie Chan book, The Chinese Parrot, or The Dead Chinese Parrot, I can't remember. It will appear, of course, over here at some point in the video, probably just before I've just said what I've said now, but you know what I mean. And that was great as well. I think the Charlie Chan books are probably very underrated. People are put off because they will assume that it is full of racism and unpleasant slurs and perhaps topics for our times, but I think it's still worth reading, and the racism is done in a way that basically increases, how can I say, it pokes fun, no, it what's the word, it shows people other than Charlie Chan in a very bad light, whereas Charlie Chan actually always comes out looking really good. So I think the author is demonstrating racism in society without being racist towards his main character and hero of the story, is Charlie Chan. And the second book was really good fun. There's a moment, of course, where, quite a bit part of the book where Charlie Chan goes undercover and he has to kind of speak in a funny pidgin English, which maybe could be misconstrued as being a bit offensive. But I think it's not meant that way because, of course, Chan is the hero and, he's a very likable character as well. And a lot of the ones who are racist are not. So I think it's not something you should be put off by. And I think you'll be really surprised how good the books are. This particular book was about a... Charlie Chan was and another gentleman were entrusted to deliver some pearls to a wealthy industrialist, and ended up having to be done in the deserts of California near a town called El Dorado, and something's not quite right in the house, so they're loath to hand over the jewelry until they can find out what's been going on. And it's really well done. And the final book I finished this week was near the beginning of the week, was Zofloya or the Moor by Charlotte Dacre, which is part of the Gothic reading club that we've got going on with Revenant Reads, and Greg from Another Bibliophile Reads, and our subscriber Sonia Deveni. And it was fine. I preferred it to Radcliffe's Mysteries of Udolpho. However, so far the number one read for me is still Matthew Lewis's The Monk from this particular genre. We are reading in a kind of chronological order. So it seems at the moment that Matthew Lewis is a bit of an outlier, perhaps, because his writing approach is very fresh and modern compared to the others. But Zofloya it took a step in the right direction because it actually did have some more kind of gore and a better kind of horror element to it than, say, Radcliffe's Mysteries of Udolpho. But I wasn't blown away by it. I just have to say it was okay. And I should have mentioned, by the way, going back to A.A. Milne's Mystery at the Red House, it was part of the Black Hearts book club run by Very Literary Carrie. And it's a great club to be in, some wonderful people, and Carrie ensures that there's some very interesting and good picks. So I'm really looking forward to see what will be done next month. Currently, I am reading Pride and Prejudice. If you follow this channel, you'll know that. I'm reading a chapter or 2 or 3, depending on their length, every day. And I'm also reading Possession by A.S. Byatt, which is also pretty good. I'm reading that with Summer from Cozy Reading Quaker Cats. She's a bit further ahead than me because I wanted to get the Red House Mystery and the Charlie Chan and Rosemary's Baby read before I concentrated on that. Will I pick up something else this week? Probably. The curses of being a mood reader. So there we go. Thank you so much for watching, and do take care of yourselves. From Elvis and I, until next time, bye for now. Better